Hi, I am so glad you've joined me. Today is going to be a little bit different. Instead of looking at a project or a technique, I thought I would give you an update on what my future projects are and a look at some of the materials that I've pulled for them. So the first thing to point out is that yes, I'm sitting on the floor because one of the big projects I'm doing right now is actually cleaning and reorganizing my sewing room. So I've been doing that a little bit at a time, just as I have the energy. Successful single person doesn't always mean I can move large pieces of furniture. So working through that a little bit at a time, and I would love to hear from you. Would you rather see the pieces as I'm going through this stage by stage, or just like one big video at the end showing how I've gone through the process, what I've decided to keep, what I've decided not to keep, and maybe the ways that I've decided to reorganize in here? Because I want to show this to you the way that you want to see it. So let me know. And, oh, hi, Bean. You want to say hi? Beanie says hi. He was so happy that you all liked seeing him in my last video. Yes, he keeps me company in the sewing room all the time. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So the sewing project that I'm working on at the moment is really early for me. I'm working on Halloween, and that's because I am taking part in the Historical Halloween Challenge, which is being hosted by Kira Lee Cosplay and Lady Rebecca Fashions, and I'll have those links in the description box below. And we are using some historical Halloween illustrations as inspiration for what our costumes are going to be. I thank everyone who is following me on Instagram and saw me ask for your help choosing which of the 3 finalists I should be, and so thank you everyone who responded to that. Yeah, the responses were all across the board, so thanks for nothing. But what I decided to go with, just because the name was insanely adorable, is, I'll scoot over so that I can put the image here. What I've decided to do is the 1920s chubby umbrella, because who doesn't want to be a chubby umbrella, right? I mean, who wouldn't? And I have to say, even though I've decided to go ahead with chubby umbrella, that champagne bottle costume was also so adorable, and so that may show up again around New Year's. So for the base of the dress, I'm able to use something that's been in my collection for some time. This is a brighter pink than the original garment, but that's the point of using it as inspiration, not direct copy, is that I can do what I want. So this is actually a fantastic lightweight embroidered cotton silk that I got in the olden days of Hancock Fabrics. Let's take a moment and mourn Hancock Fabrics. Okay, continuing. So I've had this for quite a while, and this is just going to be a lot of fun to sew with. And to line it, I'm going to use this it's a bit of a pink chambray. It's a cotton shirting fabric, again 100% cotton, also from Hancock Fabrics, because that's what was convenient to me at the time. So I'll use this for the lining, and then this for the outer the fashion fabric of the dress. Now, as you saw in the illustration, there's also this kind of figured section, printed fabric section at the top, and so for that I have indulged and decided to get a small amount of this amazing Liberty of London silk charmeuse, because it is just the most glorious fabric in the world, and it coordinates so beautifully well with the pink. There's this hot pink in it that just matches perfectly, and that way I'm kind of keeping it in the same fiber content family. So just a little bit of this, and so excited. I ordered this from Farmhouse Fabrics. I'll have the link to Farmhouse below. They are just so amazing for their selection and their customer service and how quickly they get things out. And I just can't say enough good things about them. So yes, I'm super excited about that fabric and that project. I am still working out what fabric I'm going to use for the actual umbrella canopy part. I have some ideas, but I want to make sure it's not too heavy so that when it's tacked onto these fabrics, it doesn't pull it down too much. So that is the current project. So my Edwardian combinations will be made from this Bare Threads Lemon Cotton Batiste. I think for combinations it's going to be brilliant. Not that it particularly complements my skin tone, but it's going to be under everything. So that way I can indulge my love of amazing fabrics and have this softness next to my skin, but not have the yellow actually show through to my garment. So yay! And I can use fabric that I already own instead of buying new. Now to go with that, I am as much as possible trying to use trims that are in my stash. This Swiss embroidered insertion and coordinating edging. And I will have some other laces. I have a number of lace options that I'm still kind of figuring out, and you'll see what I decide to use in that final video, which will be, I guess, in a few weeks when I finish it. Though the weather doesn't feel like it today, we are slowly moving towards fall. And that means coats, or more specifically, in this case, the American Duchess cape. So the American Duchess released on their Patreon for free to anyone a fantastic pattern based on this Edwardian original, this gorgeous wrap cape. And so I'm going to be testing that out using this poly wool blend that I have in my stash. So again, trying to not buy new things, though if it works out, I will confess that there is the most luscious camel colored cashmere wool at fabric.com that I may make another one in if it works out well. But so this is what I'm going to use for that. There will be some things to work out. If you've seen Bernadette Banner's recent video on making this wrap cape, or Casey Birchfield's video, there are a number of YouTubers that have made this cape, and I will link as many of them below as I can remember, because it's really fascinating to see the way that this pattern has been put together and adjusted to fit around so many different body types. And the one thing that I am prepared for, those of us with a curvier upper torso do have to make some adjustments on the way that the wrap and the darts fit. So I'm absolutely prepared for that, and so that will be the lesson of that video. Also, we're going to be working around this big old plaid, plaid check print, but stash fabric, yay. So the only thing that I need left for this project is to get some satin back flannel for the lining, so that way it's really nice and cuddly, and also will slip on and off easily. Because the one thing that I do know is that having, while something rougher like a flannel or a fleece might feel really warm against your skin, it catches on your clothes when you're trying to take a coat on and off and can make it very difficult. So I'm going to get satin backed flannel for this, though I haven't decided what color that's going to be yet. So that's all I need for that project. So that should carry me through until I start preparing for Christmas, and I have quite a few interesting things planned for that. I hadn't planned on this being a particular haul video, but I do want to show a couple of the things that I have found recently that I'm just super tickled about. And I found these either at local thrift stores or antique stores. And the first is 2 children's dress forms. So here is one, and I'll insert some video of the other one here that's on a stand. So this is a size 4, like an infant size or a toddler size 4. The one that's currently on the stand is a 10-12. And so having these children's forms that were so insanely inexpensive will allow me to better display when I do make children's clothes in the future. And the stand that size 10-12 mannequin came on it's legit. So I'm gonna really enjoy using that even with my me-sized forms as well. So you'll see that in the future. Also, I got so lucky at one of my local antique stores, Urban Suburban Antiques. There were some amazing hats that had just come out of an estate, and this woman, the woman whose estate this was, she loved her hats. Oh my gosh, she must have loved her hats because they are adorable and they are pristine. So I have to admit I indulged and got 4. The first is this net little topper with cherries, with these little velvet cherries. So just like that. And then the second one is another little net veil with these beautiful leaves and little roses. And then we have this amazing bright pink kind of toque style with a real fur brim. And a little bow on the back. And then finally there's my favorite, which is this fantastic purple with little velvet kind of berry flowers and ribbons on the top and these beautiful points on the side. So it's just kind of a perch hat. But I had the idea about maybe setting this on a crown of a straw hat and using it as the base of maybe like an Edwardian hat decoration. So you might see these pop in and out of costumes that have nothing to do with the 1950s or 60s. But I just couldn't resist because they were in such fantastic condition. And then I got a couple adorable pairs of earrings from the Victorian era, maybe the 20s. So I got this one pair of dangles. I don't think that's gonna zoom, so I'll insert some B-roll here, some dangles with pearls and French hooks. And then this other pair, which may be my favorite, a bit of a fancier style with pearls and this kind of screw, non-pierced back. I remember my grandma wearing earrings that were this kind of style. So really, really happy to have found those, as well as supporting my local businesses. And also from Farmhouse Fabrics, I got, if you didn't know, Farmhouse Fabrics bulk buttons are kind of the most amazing thing ever. So I got this collection of vintage mother of pearl shank buttons, $5 for 50 of them, which is just insane. So you will see these on a lot of garments in the future. Plus just some, you know, some sundries, some German interfacing, and some waistband stabilizer, just some little things like that. So there you go. I am really excited about the next couple months and everything that I'm going to be working on, and I hope you are too. So please don't forget, comment below, let me know which of my projects are you most excited to see, and how would you like to see my sewing room renovations? Kind of a vlog style, a little bit at a time, or like one big transformation? Because I can kind of do it either way. And there is so much to go through. Alright, well thanks you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!